Last week I asked you guys what you wanted to know about the 2024 Polestar 2 before I went out to Denver and drove it. Well, I've had some time with the car, and now it's time to answer your questions. Did they fix the crap-ass cup holders? Unfortunately not. There's a lot of good improvements that were done to the Polestar 2 for this new model year. The cup holders are still lacking. You only have that one in the front, and if you want a second one, you gotta pop open the center console. It's kind of annoying. It would not keep me out of the car, but it is kind of shitty. Does the blind spot monitoring come standard now? I got the Performance N Plus pack on mine, but not the Pilot. I did not realize that meant I didn't get the little blind spot light, which you really need on a car that's basically one big blind spot. Yes and no. It doesn't come standard on the rear-wheel drive model. You still have to get it, and it's $2,200, something like that. However, it does now come standard on the dual motor car, so kinda. Are they going to set up more dealer locations so a significant portion of the population wouldn't have to drive hundreds of miles to see one or service one? Polestar tells me they are expanding their dealer network to include more Volvo places as well. However, they do say that they are focusing on EV heavy places, so places that people are more likely to buy an EV. So if you live in a place where you don't see a lot of EVs, maybe a rural area somewhere in the Midwest, it's going to be some time before you get a dealer. I would like to know the real world range, how it charges, and if the front seats are more comfortable than what are in Volvo XC40 Recharge. I did not get the Volvo just because the seats were so awfully hard and uncomfortable. Well, the seats were fantastic if you ask me. I did a few hundred miles in both the passenger seat and the driver's seat, incredibly comfortable. Honestly, I've never heard anyone say Volvo seats aren't comfy. That being said, rear seats, cramped as all hell. I'm about 6'1", and seated next to me in the car was a guy who was like 6'6", and both of us had a miserable time in the back of that car for the trip from Denver to the airport. I didn't drive it the 320 miles that the EPA estimates the single motor gets, or the 270 miles that the dual motor gets. But that being said, didn't feel any sort of range anxiety in the few hundred miles that I did do in the two cars. And in fact, if you use regen braking going down a hill, you're gonna get some of that range back. It's a pretty efficient vehicle. For more on the 2024 Polestar 2, check out Jalopnik.com.